Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make the claw for your robotic arm. What you're going to need are your number 13s, you should have 4 of them, and your number 11s, you should have 2 of them left. Now if you don't have these parts, you're going to have to get another popsicle stick and make new ones. The first step in this process is basically taking our 13s and making a Y. And what we're going to do is we're going to hot glue our number 11 on just like this to make a Y. Now, where should we place the number 11? We kind of want it, I can bring it up closer for you to see. Basically, this end right here should line up right here at that point. That's kind of what we want to do, just like that. And it should be centered. So, I will take, you can either hot glue it like that and put it on top. What I like to do just like that. You can slide it up a little bit. Oops. Slide it up a little bit. It's pretty close to the top right there. That's kind of what we want to do for our number 11s. And our number 13s is make a Y. And we'll do the same thing to our next set. Okay? These are going to get placed here. Put them in the center. Get it close to the top. That's what we want to do so it matches this. We'll do the same thing again. So now you should have 2 Ys. Just like that. Now that we've got our Ys made, we want to grab a small syringe, the one that is the 20 milliliters. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to attach our Ys. What I like to do is where we have these little ledges right here, if you want to call them that. I kind of like to put these in between, like so. Now you don't have to if you don't want to, that's fine, but that's how I like to do it. Now, if you want to flip it this way, it doesn't really matter, or if you can go like this way, it really doesn't matter one way or the other. I guess I would maybe go this way, so that way you get the whole piece glued. There's not a bump in between. That's what we want to do, is put it right like that. So again, we'll take some hot glue and just a small strip like that should be more than enough, because eventually we will be taking these apart. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our wooden dowels. We got to make sure everything lines up properly. So put our wooden dowels inside the holes that we have on the Y that's attached. If we did this correctly, everything should line up pretty close, just like that. Okay, so I'd say it looks pretty good. Gonna break this one loose. Put it back into place. sure everything lines up. Remember, while it's hot, that's when you can still move things around. If they're a little crooked, that's okay, but so that's what we're looking to do, have everything match up, or at least that we can get our wooden dowels in. So if it's a little off, like this one's a little off, that's okay. This one's more straight up and down. But everything's glued on. That's what our first step with making our claws. Now that the glue is completely cooled, we can move on to the next step. And that's where we take our grippers. Okay? Look like these. Okay, they're part number 6. So what we're going to do is we want to remove these wooden dowels. Both of them. Go off the side. And we want to put our claw in here. Now, we want to line this up properly. So basically what we want to do, pretend that there's an imaginary line going from here all the way through here. Okay, so we don't want to have it lined up like that, because clearly that doesn't match up. We want everything to kind of be lined up just like that. So that means these two surfaces should meet relatively flat, and they should be, if we drew an imaginary line just down like that. Now, once we get that lined up, take a pen, pencil, doesn't really matter, and mark where we want those holes to go. Just like that. Okay. Once we've got that, we're going to take our drill. It's extreme close up here with our drill. Drill a hole straight through, just like that. Do the same thing over here. Once the holes are drilled, basically, it's as simple as assembling. Like that. Like that. I would say that's pretty good. Now if it's a little loose, that's fine, but that's kind of what we're looking to get to. Next comes the hard part, making it all work.